All right, family, we got to get into the madness that was going on the floor where this ref named Tyler was trying to take the game away from Caitlin Clark out there, man. Caitlin Clark calling him out. Caitlin Clark going against the coach on the other side. It got wild, man. We got a lot to break down. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit the noti bell so you know when I drop and hit the sub button. I highly appreciate it. And let's get it. All right, we got to start right here with Caitlin Clark calling out the ref right away, man. Check this.
The whistle echoed across the arena, and in an instant, the entire momentum of the game changed. Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who has transformed the WNBA with record-breaking crowds and unprecedented attention, suddenly found herself confronting referee Tyler. It was not because of a flagrant foul or a heated dispute with an opposing player. Instead, Caitlin Clark openly challenged the officiating, directing her frustration toward both the referee and the Connecticut Sun's coach while thousands of fans watched from the stands and millions followed through broadcasts. What unfolded on the court felt far from an ordinary basketball game. It became a battle between Caitlin Clark and a system that many believed was influencing the flow of play. Throughout the contest, Clark fought for loose balls, absorbed contact that went uncalled, and endured constant chatter from the Connecticut Sun's sideline. As the game progressed, frustration grew, not only for Clark but also for spectators who felt the officiating was becoming a central storyline. Technical foul came first, and Clark later acknowledged responsibility for that moment. However, the controversy intensified when a delay of game violation was assessed after the ball deflected off her foot near the scorer's table. The decision immediately drew criticism, with Clark describing it as an unreasonable call. Many fans believe the ruling handed an unnecessary advantage to the Connecticut Sun and shifted attention away from the actual competition on the floor. For much of the season, Clark has been at the center of intense scrutiny. Like many rookies, she has faced challenges, but her situation has been unique because of the massive spotlight surrounding her arrival. She carries the expectations of new audiences, increased television exposure, and a league experiencing unprecedented growth. At the same time, she has faced resistance from opponents who believe her rapid rise has changed the landscape of women's basketball. Connecticut Sun's coach appeared fully aware of that dynamic, remaining vocal from the sideline and engaging with Clark throughout the game, adding another layer of tension to an already emotional contest.
Nobody came to see you, Otis. Ref trying to look like the superstar out here, man. What's going on? Now, also, Caitlin Clark had to come at the coach. Said he was chirping all night. Chirping. Hold on. Look at this, man. So you got Caitlin right there, look, shushing him. Giving him the shush. Oh, my goodness. Look. he like, hey, man, take her up. Look.
One of the most memorable moments of the game came when Caitlin Clark turned toward the Connecticut Sun bench and placed a finger over her lips, signaling for silence. It was far more than a celebration after a big play. The gesture carried a message that the constant distractions and attempts to unsettle her had failed. Clark was making it clear that neither the opposing bench nor the pressure surrounding the game would affect her focus. The reaction was immediate, as members of the Connecticut Sun sideline protested and pushed for a technical foul. Video footage showed Clark repeating the gesture before walking away, refusing to be drawn into a prolonged confrontation. After the game, Clark explained her actions, stating that the coach had been talking throughout the contest and that her response was simply a way of saying goodbye. The moment quickly became one of the defining images of the matchup and sparked widespread discussion across basketball circles. More importantly, it reinforced a growing perception that Clark is unwilling to back down from officials, opposing coaches, or any situation she believes is unfair. Her confidence and willingness to speak openly have become defining traits of her career. For the Indiana Fever, this attitude demonstrates the leadership qualities of a player who embraces responsibility and pressure. For the rest of the league, it sends a message that Clark pays attention to every detail and is not afraid to voice her opinions. What separates her from many players is not only her long-range shooting or exceptional passing ability but also her mental approach to competition. She constantly adapts to circumstances and finds ways to use challenges as motivation rather than allowing them to become distractions. When calls did not go her way, Clark adjusted her style of play instead of waiting for favorable decisions. When comments came from the opposing sideline, she transformed that energy into additional determination. Many young players struggle in situations filled with pressure, criticism, and emotional intensity. Clark, however, has spent years facing doubts about her game and her personality. From her record-breaking performances at Iowa to her transition into professional basketball, she has consistently encountered skepticism regarding her style, confidence, and competitiveness. Rather than being discouraged, she has used those experiences as fuel to achieve success at the highest levels. The broader significance of this situation lies in how much the league has evolved. In previous eras, a rookie publicly
screen and how it's not even set. Look at it. Boom! And knocks Caitlin out. Now we're gonna go through a slow-mo. Don't even worry about it. I just want y'all to see the full thing. Now I don't know if Stephanie White was trying to ask Caitlin, like, do you need a timeout? Are you okay? Like, I don't know. But Caitlin gets up. She's all right. And look, now Caitlin is having that discussion with Tyler right here, right? She's like, call it. And you're gonna see him say, that's enough. Look, watch his mouth.
Watch the sequence closely. Brittany Griner sets a screen on Caitlin Clark, positioning her legs wider than shoulder width while still moving rather than establishing a stationary position. Contact sends Caitlin Clark crashing to the floor. Referee Tyler observes the play, looks directly at Clark, and instead of calling a foul, responds with a dismissive enough. The question immediately arises, enough of what? Enough of Clark asking for the call she believed was deserved? Enough of her challenging decisions and seeking consistency from officials? That single remark seemed to reveal far more than intended. Rather than simply officiating the game, Tyler appeared focused on controlling the situation surrounding Caitlin Clark. Throughout the contest, Clark endured relentless physical pressure. She fought through screens, pursued loose balls, absorbed contact on nearly every drive to the basket, and still managed to push the pace despite obvious fatigue. Late in the game, she found herself open beyond the arc and launched a three-point attempt that fell short, a clear indication that her legs were exhausted. Even so, Clark continued competing, defending aggressively and demanding possession when her team needed her most. That level of determination goes beyond natural talent. It reflects resilience and competitive drive. The broader concern extends beyond a single call. The Indiana Fever are developing into a legitimate contender, led by a dynamic backcourt featuring Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. With Aaliyah Boston providing strength in the paint and a supporting...
And you see that the ref was trying to take the game away from them. Mind you, the game was close when he did that. They ended up getting... they were down 3. They took that technical, and then they were down 2. So that could have ruined the game, man. Shout out to the Indiana Fever pulling it out. Sophie, Caitlin, man, came in major in the game. Mo, major in the game. Lexi Boers, major in the game, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the info in the video. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.
Looking ahead, the implications of this moment are significant. The game remained tightly contested when Tyler became part of the story. Indiana was trailing by a narrow margin, and the technical foul had the potential to completely change the momentum. A single questionable decision, influenced by emotion rather than judgment, could have altered the outcome. Despite that, the Indiana Fever found a way to prevail. Caitlin Clark played a major role in securing the victory. Sophie Cunningham made crucial contributions when it mattered most. When the final buzzer sounded, Clark left the court with another statement performance, accomplishing something few first-year players have managed in recent seasons. She showed confidence, embraced the pressure, and helped lead her team to an important win. The outlook moving forward appears clear. Caitlin Clark is likely to continue attracting heightened attention from officials. Some referees will handle those situations fairly and consistently, while others may allow outside factors to influence their decisions. Regardless, Clark has repeatedly demonstrated that she will not back away from challenges. She will continue to compete with intensity, speak up when she feels necessary, and block out distractions. At some point, the league may face important questions about how its biggest stars are treated and how officiating standards are applied. If Clark continues to perform at a high level and lead her team to victories, those conversations will only grow louder, and the direction the league chooses will become increasingly difficult to ignore.